Welcome to Book Bites, and today we're going to discuss a topic of happiness that, as it's discussed in the book Springboard, Launching a Personal Search for Success by the Wharton professor G. Richard Schell. Now, happiness, of course, has been discussed in human civilization for thousands and thousands of years. But it's important to get an understanding of what happiness means to you and how you understand it. And the book helps you, guide you to make your own decisions on what it means. So, for example, he tells a story in the book Springboard of when a group of professors at Wharton were doing a research presentation. And in the presentation, what they were doing was they were discussing income and happiness and what they had to do with some, and they're kind of debating it. What's the relationship or the correlation between income and happiness? And they had all these charts and graphs and data points, and they were, discussing all this stuff. It's a little bit disconnected from the day-to-day life of, actual human beings. A normal person from the, community, just kind of, calloused hands kind of man, blue-collar guy, came in and he watched the presentation quietly and nicely and listened. And at the end, he raised his hand and he said, I'm a little confused, sir. But what does income have to do at all with happiness? And I'm going to quote him as Richard Schell quotes him in the book. And he says, as I see it, happiness is just three things. Good health, meaningful work, love. You have that, you're happy. It's an interesting thought. What does income have to do with happiness at all? Schell, of course, took this seriously. Most of the other professors were quiet. They didn't know what to say. They went back to their charts and the guy left. But Richard Schell, it's one of the things I like about him. He calls him the wise angel. And he talks about him a lot in the book Springboard, Launching a Personal Search for Success, and the idea of how succinct and simple that was in terms of how to guide your day-to-day actions, which is what the concept should help you do. So Schell actually went out, I'm going to read this, and he quizzed a whole bunch of people on what happiness, a moment they felt happy over the last couple of weeks. And I wanted to read a couple of these for you. I was biting into a soft-serve vanilla ice cream cone that had been dipped in chocolate sauce. I was holding hands with my boyfriend while we sat on a bench on a sunny day. I was playing poker with some friends late at night, and I was winning. I was planning a surprise birthday party for a friend. I was out running in the early morning. I went into the zone and I felt I could run on forever. I was on the phone with my aunt and she was telling me that the latest test showed that her cancer had disappeared. Now, Schell, to get you started on thinking about what success or what happiness is, he gives you some categories to kind of help you get started in the process. And the point is to help you come to a conclusion. So he broke it down into three categories to get you started. Happiness is momentary positive emotion, and this is like the ice cream, biting into the ice cream. Happiness is an overall evaluation of past or a hope for the future, and this could be like the running or the cancer example. Happiness is a deep sense of joy, connection, or meaning, and this is kind of the holding hands with your boyfriend or girlfriend example. Again, the point is to get you thinking about it. So he has an exercise that I recommend you actually do. Sit alone for 30 minutes. No TV, nothing, just you, piece of paper. Think about the last 2-3 weeks and a moment when you felt happiness, some type of joy, positive, anything, and write it down. Now, if you wanted to, you can share this if you had the courage and you wanted to kind of share and discuss it. Share it on the Book Tales Facebook page. And, I'll share mine and we can kind of discuss what it means to you and what happiness kind of means to you. And I recommend that you actually go out and buy this book, Springboard, Launching Your Personal Search for Success, because it takes you through this concept and helps you understand it for yourself. If you don't have time to read the whole book, you can go to www.booktales.org and you can get a kind of a summary. It's basically a presentation in 15 minutes of the best stories, lessons, and anecdotes from the book. And you can get some of the examples in there from the book tale. But I'll see you on Facebook, but at least go and take this exercise. It's very, very helpful for you to gain clarity on what happiness means to you. Have a good day.